Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Back on live again. Back on live again. Hey, what's up with you, Corey? I'm surprised you caught this live and not the earlier live. I was live at like, well, 3 o'clock, but it wasn't 3 o'clock for you. So 7, 6, like 5 hours ago, I was live. Oh, maybe. Mic check. Okay. Was playing the newest card with my mates, LOL. I saw it and I was gonna join. Hey, do your thing, live your life. Oh, I was playing the newest card with my mates, LOL. I saw it and I was gonna join, but I decided to play Call of Duty. Tell me I ain't hit it. Tell me. Tell me I ain't hit it. Hey, I hit that bit. That's why I hit that bit. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I don't even know how many people going to join this one since I was live earlier. But hopefully there's more people like you that they was busy earlier, but now they got time. Have you ever heard a Welsh accent? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what that is. It's like off the top of my head. Like when Americans think of anything in England, it's one thing. And honestly, now that I think about it, it's really ridiculous because an American accent is so much. Like I'm from Louisiana, and then so many other people are from other places. It's not one sound. But we generalize the whole accent. There's one according to us, is one accent in England, in Europe. Hey, what's up with you, William? I see you. I see you. I've been seeing you on the channel a lot. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. This is the first time you caught a live, huh? I was on live earlier. I wasn't even going to get on, but I was like, I'm not doing nothing else. Like I was trying to watch YouTube and I was low-key kind of tired, but I'm like, I'm not doing nothing else. Let me get on live. I'm still trying to build this up. I think this is like my fifth or sixth live within 1 week. I've been wilding. Yeah, man, no problem. And yes, I have. Oh, you did? I don't remember. Wait, did you comment though? You might have been watching, but did you comment? I don't remember. You're going to have to remind me of something that we talked about. Everyone generalizes the UK accent to just English in London. Facts. I know the difference between like English and Australia. Like, because people generalize that. I'm like, nah, I could tell when somebody's from Australia. Well, if they have a strong accent. I feel like an Australian accent is a very like exaggerated version of an English accent. Like Australians sound like Americans trying to do an English accent sometimes. But yeah, we never replicate areas in England. The Welsh accent will throw you off. It's very off being normal. What's the topic? Different languages. Well, he was telling me that I told him that I was on live earlier, and he said he was doing something earlier, but I read it in what I assumed to be his accent because I know he's from over there. I did the accent, and then I said, and then I thought about it. Like we generalize, Americans generalize the British accent. Like in America, we have people have different ways that they talk in America. Like I'm from Louisiana, I have an accent. Somebody from the country might have a different type of accent. You know, we generalize the UK and stuff. Like we don't do the accent according to the city. We just do it for the whole continent, country. Europe is the continent. But we can make the topic whatever you want. Somebody said earlier that, not earlier today, well, we talked about it earlier today, but they said in the previous live that we were discussing something and they didn't want to jump in and interfere. I encourage that. We can have multiple conversations. This can be like a Q&A vibe, a conversation vibe, any type of vibe. People say I have an accent, but I don't hear it though. I feel that. Somebody earlier told me that I have a strong Louisiana accent. I know I have one, but I didn't think it was strong because I know some strong ones. I know some people with some strong accents. Mine isn't as strong as theirs, but I guess sometimes when I get real comfortable, it comes out maybe. I don't know. It probably sounds like it when I say things like the slang, like even my intro, how I'll be like, whoa, what's going on? Welcome back to Casual on Camera. My intro is kind of like derived from how people talk out here. A lot of people say like, whoa, little brother, like, whoa, what's up with you? Whoa, what's am? A lot of people do the whoa. So that's kind of where I got it from. Best thing about your accent is you never really notice it until someone says facts. And we're around it all the time. Like I like the Louisiana accent because I feel like we have a very unique sound and a very unique, what you call it, slang. We're very unique, I feel like. And Louisiana people are so funny. More specifically, New Orleans people are super funny. I just got out the bed and got on live. I ain't even see. I like my hair, my beard and stuff. It's not much I have to do. Like you probably can't even tell that I just got out the bed and like it's a little messy. Like up here, I could probably do a little something, but I don't have to do too much. I could tell that I just got out the bed, but y'all probably don't even be knowing. I never do a video fresh out the bed. I always do something. Or if I don't feel like touching my hair, I put my beanie on. Either I don't feel like touching my hair or I need a haircut. I'm still straight right now. It could be fresher, but I'm straight. Went to NOLA years ago. Food was fantastic. Oh yeah. What's up with you bangers? Oh yeah. Gotta get it out that city here. Get it out that city. Yeah. Yeah. I don't be out there though. I don't be out there. But you know the culture. I live about 30, less than 30 minutes away from New Orleans. Maybe 30, depending on where you're trying to get. 30 approximately. But I don't be out there. They wild. You be there and go to the store, you come out, your car got 3 tires. Like, they wildin'. They stealing tires, they breaking in. They wildin'. Where you from, bangers? Where you from? Where you from? And by the way, Corey, you was playing Warzone or just MW2 in general? Whoa, what's up, Elijah? I see you. I see you. Oh, you from Texas? You right there. You right there. We was just in Texas when Hurricane Ida came. We came to Texas. Everybody went to Texas. We was in Houston. I wasn't used to Houston though, cause Houston at the hotel that we was at, there was a Domino's. It was like walking distance. It was like you were meant to walk around the area. It was very walk friendly, you know. And they had this dude in the Domino's. He was tweaking. Like I don't know if he was on drugs or what he was doing, but I'm like, man, see, this is why I can't be out here. I'm going home. Like I'm not equipped to that city life. But it was downtown Houston. That was the problem. William said he from Jersey. True, true. Nah, multiplayer, to be honest, not the biggest fan of Warzone. That's what I was gonna say. I never played Warzone, but I'll be watching it. Like I watch RDC play it, and it's too slow. Like I don't know. Like you don't see nobody for like 15 minutes, and then when you do, you probably gonna die. And it's like, the freaks come out at night. It was barely night. Like it had just turned. It was getting dark, and he was already out. If it would have been dark, I would have just starved. You know what? We ended up doing delivery. Like I think the next night it was actually nighttime, and we did delivery, and they deliver on a bike. That's how you know it was close range. But I'm like, no, sir. I'm not going over there never again because that dude might be in there. He was acting like he was waiting on an order, and everybody's coming in getting their orders. I'm like, yo, they wildin'. And then I realized, like, wait, he probably homeless or something. Warzone for me is just this for the sweats and the tryhards. I don't know what it's for. It ain't for me. I mean, I don't play COD at all, but if I did, I for sure wouldn't be on the Warzone. Felt like people forgot how to act since quarantine ended. I don't know. He was probably tripping before quarantine. And I'm glad that you said that when quarantine ended, because people always say, like when they talk about 2020 and stuff, they always say, oh, when the back during the pandemic or back during COVID. What do you mean back? COVID is still present. COVID is still alive. It's not past tense yet. We're still in it. It's just nobody's making us do anything anymore, so it feels like we're not in it. Still crazy to me that we literally had a worldwide quarantine for like 2 years. We living in crazy times. We living in history. This gonna be in the books. 2055, they're gonna be learning about COVID. I mean, it's nothing that the world hasn't seen before, but for us to be in it is weird. In the internet age, to be in a pandemic. But I heard it was wild when what else did they say? I can't think of it right now. But something else was wild I heard not too long ago, maybe like 20 years ago or something. Not wild like this, but and I don't know if it was just America or whatever, but I forgot what it was. Forgot what they said. Have you been seeing all this Kanye stuff? I literally just seen a clip that RDC posted about Kanye talking about Hitler or something. I don't know what he was talking about. I'm always willing to listen to people though. Like when people say trigger words, I don't turn them off. Like if Kanye says, yo, from the clip that I heard, it sounded like he was trying to say like there's good in everyone, even people like Hitler. And immediately, a lot of people would turn that off. But I'm always willing to listen because I mean there is, but what he was trying to say, I think, was like he saw good in his plan. Well, I don't know, like, yo, you got to word things very carefully. Kanye just says it. He don't word it well. The time since then has gone by quick. Yeah. His Twitter right now is absolutely crazy. Like, this man needs to have his Twitter taken from him at the moment. Well, with Elon in charge, I don't think nobody's Twitter getting taken. Big Elon. Big body Musk. I don't know, man. Only people that know Kanye can truly speak on who he is. We don't know Kanye. We don't know if he has mental issues. We don't know if he's just not good at wording things. We don't know if he's too emotional. We don't know him like how people next to him know him. I don't even be paying attention to stuff like that too much because, I mean, I don't know these people. Like, we don't know what happens off camera, off internet. What you think about Drake and 21 album? I didn't listen to it. I talked about this earlier and in my last stream. All music that promotes violence and drugs, I'm off it. And I decided to make that decision when Takeoff passed away. That was the final straw for me. I've been thinking about it for a while. And the first time I thought about it, I was like, you know what? As long as I'm not doing the stuff that they're talking about, I'm not tripping. Like, it's not going to affect me. And, you know, that's true. But when you listen to somebody's song, they get paid. And when you walk around singing these things, like how can, this is how I thought about it to simplify it. How can I say, oh man, R.I.P. Takeoff, and then go listen to 21 Savage talk about how he just spun the block? Like, you know, it's kind of hypocritical. But I get it because, you know, I would never judge somebody because I was literally just doing it. It's just a newfound thing that I'm on right now. He started posting Yay 2024 with an image of Nazi symbols along with the Jewish symbol as his advertising campaign. Hey, I respect it. Yeah, it's just a newfound, you know. And it's crazy too because some of y'all might know I used to have another reactions channel before this one called Just Josin, and it was mainly rap. And that channel ended twice. But I was thinking to myself, if that channel was still going, I would have to end it, and I would feel so bad doing that. So, because I was shout out my homie Gibby. I was telling him like, yo, we got something like this is, but he you know, he had other things going on in his life at the time, both times, and it just didn't work out. But maybe everything happens for a reason, because I would have for sure have pulled the plug on it, or not pulled the plug on it, but I would have been the one to say like, yo, I don't want to listen to this. But then I would have changed the whole direction of the channel, and people would have been unsubscribing. Like, that's not what we're here for. Put on that 21. Put on that. You know. I mean, we reacted to other stuff, so I think it would have been fine, but it would have been wild. Any music upcoming you're looking forward to? I just seen like I follow somebody on Twitter who always posts like what's dropping on Friday, and I didn't see nobody that I was interested in. I mean, I seen Metro Boomin, but it was so many artists on there. You know what they're gonna talk about. Like, I would have done that a couple months ago. I would have done the Metro Boomin thing, but I'm off it, man. I'm off it. It just recently sunk that Takeoff died. Felt like he had a lot left. I know, like, it's so random. Like, Takeoff? Like, because normally the story would be like, oh, well, this person was on drugs, or oh, this person was violent and aggressive, like, oh, he used to be like Takeoff. He was just Takeoff, like. But here's the thing: in his music, he talks about what? So it's there. And in his last music video was wild. I know a lot of people don't like the conspiracy thing, and I'm not always that guy, because just because they're a celebrity doesn't mean something major happened. But if you watch the video, kind of weird. I don't play with Halloween. I don't do that. I don't do Halloween. Maybe he had an intuition. I don't know if it works like that. I think people speak things into existence whether they mean to or not. I believe words have power. If you constantly say something all the time, you're inviting that energy, I feel. Words are like magnets. That's why I don't want to sing the songs. Because, yeah, I can sing those songs all day and not want to rob somebody and not want to take drugs. But I'm inviting that energy. I might be inviting a drug addict near me. I might be inviting, a violent person near me or something. Facts, you put out what you put in. Everything else in life works like that. If you work hard, you get working hard results. If you don't do nothing, you get nothing. So everything in life works like that. Why wouldn't words work like that? For the love of my name. I'm still not even done clearing my playlist. Like, I put my playlist on shuffle, and then when a song comes on that might have something in it, I start listening real hard, and then I hear something, oh, delete. But it's like, dang, man, so much good music going to waste because of the lyrics. It's tough, but what's more important? Entertainment or life? I gotta do what I gotta do for me. At the moment, I'm really looking for new music. Like, I really need to be put on new music. What vibe you looking for? Like, who's a similar artist that you might want to, get some vibes? I might have a song for you. The last few months I've been working on you, baby. Remember when I held you? Another thing that led me to cut out certain music too is, like, a lot of these songs, we don't even realize what they're about. Like, I remember when The Weeknd was like, he won a Kids' Choice Award from a song about being on cocaine, and that's true. I Can't Feel My Face is a drug song. Coco Jones' EP wasn't bad. I think I heard about that dropping. Anything Really, with like some boom bap, like Tribe Called Quest. I don't got that for you. I do not have that. I don't even know who's making that. You better put on some Joey Badass or somebody or something. He might got something. Or maybe some old MJ. I love some suggestions. Oh, you ain't said nothing. Put on that Carousel. Michael Jackson Carousel, if you know that song. They finally just released it, like the full version, on Spotify and stuff, so it should be on there now. Because before they had like a short version, but they just put out the Thriller 40th anniversary, and they put the full version on there finally. Because I was getting it off YouTube. She's from a world of popcorn and candy, pony rides all done, little children laughing. Speaking of MJ, I'm just like getting into, because I remember they was talking about on that album that they released after he passed. It's just called Michael. They put it out in 2010. They had some songs on there that was not him. Like it was somebody else trying to sound like him. And I'm like, no way, that's not true. But then when I looked it up, I'm like, and one of my favorite songs was fake. It was called Monster featuring 50 Cent. I was like, wow. But they tried to trick you. I think they put some of his real ad-libs in there. After a while, spinning the block music gets old. Not to me. It's just bad for you. Like it's still bang, but I just feel like it's bad for you, so I put it away. I still was bumping it up until, you know, what happened. But yeah, you know, when you lock in on something for too long, it's gonna get old and you need something new anyway, so I feel you though. Even my own music, I don't talk about those kind of things. Not only because I don't relate to them, but I want my music to be able to be played anywhere. Like, if my song comes on, you shouldn't be afraid of your 5-year-old hearing it. Like, oh, I don't know what he's gonna say. He might say something inappropriate. No. I remember that there was a guy that sounded like him in like 09, 2010-ish. Yeah, because that album came out in 2010. But I didn't hear about it back then. I heard they was taking it off of Spotify. And I was like, no way. And then they did. I'm like, oh. I hate going off music because I've listened to it too much. You hate going off music because I've listened to it too much? Oh, you mean like just not listening to it, period, because you've been listening to it too much? Like you need a break from music sometimes? Because I've definitely felt that. That's why I upload less. If y'all remember, I used to upload like 4 or 5 times a week, like snapping. So essentially not liking it as much. Now I upload maybe twice or 3 times. Probably twice a week. It's too much. It's too much. And I don't really listen to music outside of YouTube anymore. I listen to podcasts a lot or something like that. I don't really listen to music outside of doing videos. Because I have to do this and I have to do the Patreon stuff that y'all don't even see. So I'm working. It's too much music. Not to mention, even if there is something that I want to listen to, I probably have to save it for a video. That's a crazy thing too. That's a sacrifice. Just like we talked about in the last live, when we had the group chat and stuff, and y'all was doing listening parties, I couldn't be a part of that. I had to save it for the album. Too much of anything can feel like a chore. Yeah. So I just decided, I'm gonna do my YouTube videos and I'm gonna leave the music there. And low-key is kind of like refreshing. Like now when I take a shower or something, I don't have nothing on. And it's kind of like a break from everything. Kind of feels good. Or I might put a podcast on, but sometimes I don't put nothing on and I'm just chilling. I rarely listen to music now outside of this. Yo, it's crazy. Like, podcasts are so good. I've been watching a lot of Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz. That's fire. But I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts. Busted Open, Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Jim Ross, Booker T. I've been listening to more podcasts lately. Podcast is the wave. It's just, I love conversation. That's why I'm even doing this. This is my version of the podcast. I'm just talking to y'all. Chris Jericho. Yeah. I meant to say Chris too. Chris was on my top 5 podcasts on Spotify Rap. Jericho is just great at everything he touches, I feel like. Stone Cold is really good too. I don't listen to his podcast on Spotify, but I watch his Broken Skull Ranch on Peacock. I watch those. Because I feel like every time I go to his podcast on Spotify, it's something that I already heard. It says uh, it says like SAS Classic, and it's something that I already heard. Like, is he even making new shows, or he just re-uploading what he's already done? Literally every time I've clicked on him, it's something that I've already heard. And I'm like, what is going on? I used to absolutely love wrestling. Hey, it's fire right now. You gotta lock back in. AEW is hot. But I get it though. A lot of people say like, oh, I used to watch when I was a kid. I get that. I feel like now that I'm older, I appreciate it more. Because a lot of stuff when you were a kid, you didn't understand about wrestling. And the more you know, the better. Probably a licensing issue that's re-uploading older stuff. I don't know what they're doing. At the moment, WWE or AEW? AEW. Quick. I don't watch Raw or SmackDown. I watch Dynamite. Triple H as the head booker has been fire. Yeah, fire. The reason why I put AEW over them is because WWE sometimes feels overproduced. And I feel like some of the matches don't meet those high production quality. Like, sometimes it's too much for the people that's in the ring. Like Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul felt so big and it looked so big, so it matched. AEW feels like what NXT felt like before. But still different. It's still different than that. But it's that similar vibe. It's all about the game and how you play it. Oh, and you can't take it. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna make it? Can't wait for the AEW game. It looked tight. It looked like a normal wrestling game. Like, bro, AEW just gets it, bro. Like, the game doesn't look as clean as like a 2K WWE game, but it looks like a SmackDown versus Raw. Like, it looks good. Like, it looks right, bro. It looks like a classic PS2 game. Like, they just get it. That's why I like them. They get it. With everything they do, they get it. And they listen to the people. Well, with Triple H in charge now, he's listening to the people. But for a while, we didn't have that. Like when AEW, they just recently, dropped Thunder Rosa as the champion and let Jamie Hayter be champion without having the interim in front of it. She's just a straight up champion. And then he listened to the people. I miss the old wrestling I grew up on. Things evolve. I mean, it is what it is. WWE is way too formulaic. I know what you mean, but I just can't pronounce that word for some reason. It's too like they don't take risk. I miss the old NXT. Do you watch the WWE pay-per-views? I watch the pay-per-views. I don't watch the weekly show. I don't watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I watch the pay-per-views only. But yeah, it's way too like this is the way it's gonna go. Like exactly what you said. It feels like that. Even now, still, it feels like that. Not everybody, but some people like it's like they're going through the machine. They're not being them. AEW feels like everybody's being them. Whether you like them or not, it feels authentic. And they let them have whatever kind of match they want to have. Obviously, you have to tell a story, but they let them be them, and you can feel it. Like I just heard John Moxley talking about, no, Paige. Paige was talking about how her and John Moxley decided to change something on the spot. And like a big change, they just decided, okay, we're not doing that. We're going to do this. And Tony was like, hey, cool. Now, you don't want your wrestlers walking all over you, but they felt like that was the best thing to do. And they went for it, and it worked out. You got to trust the professionals. John Moxley and Saraya, did I say Paige? I meant Saraya, have more skin in the game than Tony Khan. So if they feel like something should go this way, you got to let them do it. Believe. But then again, Vince might have felt like that about himself. Like Vince he 40 deep or however many years deep. You can't tell me what to do. But you can't be like that, stuck in your ways either. So it's like, there's a balance. MJF has been on another level lately, especially what he did last night. He wildin'. We always come back to wrestling somehow on these live streams. I don't know. I'm totally not expecting that. I like it though. I'm chilling. Is everybody secretly a wrestling fan or something? Because I'm better than you, and you know it. MJF is like literally, who else is doing it like him right now? Every interview he does, in character, like nobody's doing that. He's acting like this is the 80s, like you gotta protect the business. But that works for him. Because I felt like it was weird too that Roman Reigns and Logan Paul, Roman went on Logan's podcast, they had a real conversation, everything was chill, and now they beefing? Like it felt weird, but it shouldn't, because wrestling is the only form of entertainment where if you're not in character, it's weird. Like if you watch a movie and you see the villain doing an interview, you're not gonna think nothing of it, like the movie's still fire. But for some reason, wrestling, it like takes you out of character. I don't know, like takes you out of belief. It's kind of weird. Used to watch with CM Punk in his prime. Heard that. CM Punk was the truth. It's kind of crazy what happened with him. Like just a year ago, he was the man. Now nobody wants him there. Like that's crazy. They've been saying he might go to WWE. I don't know. They always just saying something. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Like I rarely see people saying they want Punk back. I mean, look, do you think CM Punk was right? If we're talking about what he said at the, after All Out, I feel like I understand why he did it, but you got to think big picture. I personally don't like online shenanigans. Like if I'm gonna talk to somebody, I'm gonna talk to somebody. But I think he was feeling like, well, Hangman saying this in the ring and the Young Bucks letting people do this and do that, and Cabana's talking, like he felt like people were attacking him in public, so now he was gonna attack them in public. I get it. But look what it did. You know, you got to think long term. Now he's out the company when he could have just. You could be upset, but you just got to talk it out. You just got to talk it out. Like if he came back, I just want to see good wrestling. Like I'm not into the personal stuff. I just want to see good matches. I agree with CM Punk. I don't think he was wrong to call out people who was throwing his name under the bus. I ain't mad at that. I just personally wouldn't do it. Like I get it. This is a sad thing. CM Punk coming back. Like I don't even think I was really watching. I was keeping up with wrestling at the time, but I don't think I was watching until I heard he might come back on Rampage. And when he came back, it was either I had just started watching again right before, or that made me come back. It was something like that. But I had to see it when it happened. I was like, because it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't think nobody else could come back and it'd be like how that was. Like, Saraya just came back and it was major, but it wasn't like Punk. At least we got to see him wrestle again for a year. Yeah, we saw it. People thought he would never come back, and he did. Now, I mean, look, man. Things happen. And then we for sure know he's not going back to AEW. I don't see that at all. At least nowhere near soon, because the Elite is back, which is his ops. They brought in Colt Cabana. That's pretty much saying like, yo, we're done with that guy. When they brought in Colt, I was like, oh yeah, he's done. He's done. So I think his only option, or one of his only options, is to go to WWE if he really wants to wrestle, or New Japan or something like that. AEW is out right now. They're gonna have to let some time pass and get some phone calls going. Oh man. You know what we need, which probably won't happen, but we need AEW, WWE Forbidden Door. That would be insane. When I heard Tony Khan say that probably won't happen because he's not really in good relations with WWE, like, I don't know if it's Nick Khan or something personal with Triple H, but he basically said that's probably not going to happen. And it's like, dang, we need that. We need WWE to, like, I know WWE back in the day used to have like wrestlers go to Japan and wrestle. Like, we need that. We need, WWE is like, they kept everything like this. Like, we are us. We don't mess with those guys and those guys and those. We don't do crossovers. We are us. For so long, and it's like, bro, no other company's doing that. Like, Impact shares talent, AEW shares talent, Ring of Honor, well, they're one and the same now, but New Japan, like, everybody shares talent except WWE, and maybe that's what makes them different. But it would be so exciting if, like, the Cruiserweight Classic, we got to see like Kota Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander. Like, what? Like, bro, think about how exciting that was. That could happen more. I'm hopeful he comes back to WWE, but not him and Triple H had beef. But him and Triple H had beef back then, so I don't know. I mean, it was a long time ago. Ain't no telling how they feel about each other now. Yo, Triple H is a real interesting guy. Like, you hear some bad stuff about Triple H. Like, CM Punk has said bad things about Triple H. Mr. Kennedy has said bad. Like, you hear these bad things, but then when you hear him talk and stuff, he just seems like the best guy. Like, I don't know who to believe. I need to see Sasha Banks and Ember Moon go to Japan. I could see Ember Moon being in Japan. That'll be fine. Sasha, I'm not gonna say I can't see it, but I feel like Sasha is so WWE. Like, you know how some wrestlers are just, you're a WWE guy or girl. Like, she feels like that to me. Like, she is WWE. You can feel when somebody's a sports entertainer or a wrestler. Like, Bryan Danielson is a wrestler, and it was obvious at all times. He just so happened to be good at sports entertaining as well. Sasha feels like a sports entertainer. Sasha trained in Japan with, I don't know who that is, but okay. Oh, recently? You know what? I did see her on Instagram doing some Hurricane Ramen. I thought that was in Mexico. So, no, I think, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm not saying she can't do that. I'm just saying I can't imagine it. Like, it's going to be a strange thing to see. Like, when I saw that match with Brock Lesnar and Shinsuke in Japan, I was like, what am I looking at? I didn't know Brock Lesnar went to Japan. It was kind of weird, but it was kind of cool. So maybe it'll be tight. Sasha Banks. She's traveled all over the world, pretty much. She even went to Spain and trained with them. What you think she's up to? She's doing all this traveling and all this training. Is it all to go back to WWE as best as she can be, or is she trying to work the territories, as they say? Hogan had a surprisingly technical match in New Japan. I just seen that on Twitter. I don't know who he was fighting, but I seen him do like a step up enziguri, and I'm like, Hulk? What? He was wrestling like he was. You never know what these people can do until you let them do it. I'm just excited about wrestling. I feel like Chris Jericho turned wrestling around. Chris Jericho put the spark back in wrestling. Agree or disagree? Not single-handedly, but he was the biggest person that, you know, maybe I should rephrase that. Because I can't act like the Bullet Club didn't do that too. But I say Jericho because when Jericho came to New Japan to fight Kenny, that was the biggest thing we've seen in wrestling in a very long time, if not ever. Like, that was so like, what? Like, he doesn't have to do this. And then he was the first major guy signed to AEW, and like, the Bullet Club, I feel like, did a lot. But on a mainstream level, like whatever the Bullet Club did, Jericho helped them push it over the edge. Because the Bullet Club had the streets talking. But Jericho got in the mainstream and was like, hey, I'm in the streets now too. Remember when AEW had Dynamite on Jericho's cruise ship? WWE should do something like that for Raw or SmackDown. They had an episode of Dynamite on the ship. I didn't know about that. I know he does his his cruise shows like Rock and Wrestling Rager or something like that. But I didn't know they had an episode on the ship. Or maybe I did. I'm tripping. Maybe I forgot. I mean, WWE, you remember they had matches at Rolling Loud. It was kind of weird, but they tried. They had matches at Rolling Loud. Let me see, because I don't remember AEW Dynamite. Cruise. Maybe if I see some images, I'll be reminded. I don't know. I don't remember this. But then again, I wasn't watching it, at that time. I was keeping up with wrestling at that time, but I wasn't watching it. He left WWE at the perfect time. You had All In, the Elite Bullet Club. Take me back. WWE at Rolling Loud was lame. That crowd was not there for wrestling. Yeah, it's weird. And I understand what they was trying to do, but make it make sense. It still has to make sense. Like them AEW going on Jericho's cruise, it's still wrestling. And a lot of people, it's like they forgot how people feel about wrestling. A lot of people don't like wrestling because it's predetermined. It's choreographed. People don't like it for that reason. So if you make an average fan watch wrestling, they're gonna be like, I don't want to watch this fake stuff. I don't know how they thought, no, that's crazy. It was so awkward too. And you would think that if they're gonna do that, they're gonna turn up like Jeff Hardy or something crazy gonna happen. Like you gotta tee up at least. You can't have a regular Raw match at Rolling Loud. Like what? You need a pay-per-view ladder match. Like you have, I don't know, bro. Guess they were trying to do what they did at Music in 2015-ish. I don't even know what that is. See y'all. I don't even know what this is. Wait. I think I misspelled something. Music. No, I spelled that right. Nothing came up. They think that I was trying to spell music, and then it just pulled up a bunch of theme songs. I don't know. Maybe you misspelled it. I didn't see nothing. Hey, y'all leave a like on the video while y'all chilling out. Help your boy out with some likes. Not 100% sure what it does, but it could only mean good things. So do that for your boy one time. Appreciate you. I was also thinking about too though. Oh wait, it was some tattoo music festival. Thought that was the name. Oh, I don't know. But I was also thinking too, if they were to do WWE, AEW Forbidden Door, how would that really work? Like, would they want? I feel like WWE wouldn't want their wrestlers at AEW. They would want to do it at WWE because WWE is bigger than AEW. Like globally, it just is bigger. That's facts, and I think they want to maintain that. Vince for sure wanted to maintain that, and I feel like Triple H does too. He wants to maintain that we're WWE. We're the only, not the only thing, but we are the legacy of wrestling. We are us, and that's it. Like, I don't know. I don't see that happening. It's crazy that Vince really isn't in charge no more. Like, I think about that. It's still crazy. I knew that I would be alive because he's, like 70 something. I would be alive when Triple H would eventually take over, but it happened way sooner than everybody expected. Most people thought that he would, die in a chair. Would it be on Peacock or Fight? I hope Peacock because WWE pay-per-views are not cheap. And I already have Peacock, so please. Yo, AEW, would it be smart for them to go on Peacock? I feel like it would be smart. Because I ain't gonna lie, look, Full Gear was phenomenal. But I had to drop 50 on it. Like, I already got Peacock, I could have just watched it. Well, I don't know. Maybe WWE has an exclusive wrestling deal, like no other wrestling content could be on Peacock but us. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to think about it because I feel like it won't even happen. Favorite wrestling rivalry right now or ever? Right now, I don't know. Right now, I mean, is MJF and Regal going to be a rivalry? It's too soon to say. We don't even know when he's going to come back. It might be Moxley and Hangman right now. They just started they're continuing their. No, I feel like they're starting a rivalry because when they fought before, Hangman was just he was just having a title match. They wasn't like beefing, right? Now they're beefing after this Dynamite. So maybe that's my favorite right now. Because the Bloodline, maybe the Bloodline and Kevin Owens, that's pretty good. Or is that over? Because Kevin came out and was like, yo, he said what he said. Is that over now? But of all time, oh, I love. Okay, so Evolution, right? I love when Evolution turned on Randy, but then it led into Batista versus Triple H. That was phenomenal. Batista versus Triple H was great. Shawn versus Undertaker was great. Um, Triple H and Shawn, Jeff and Matt. There's so many. I haven't bought an AEW pay-per-view since All Out 2020. That pay-per-view was trash. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Jeff Hardy Umaga rivalry was pretty good. I would watch more AEW if they had a streaming service like WWE. Facts. I was really contemplating if I wanted Full Gear, but I was like, I gotta watch it. Too much is happening. The Elite returning. Soraya's having her first match in however long. MJF might become the champion. Like, it was too much. I had to watch it. Jamie Hayter might be the new women's champion. Like, it was so much I had to see. I wanted to see Cargill versus Nyla Rose. It was so much. Jeff winning the title was phenomenal. Oh yeah. When Jeff won, it felt like I won. Like, it felt like everybody won. It was like, wow, he really did it. Like, he's not just this guy that's extreme. He's actually a champion now. Punk and Cena was pretty good rivalry. Edge and Cena, Randy and Cena, Randy and Triple H, Randy versus the McMahons. Kane and Undertaker. There's so many. So many. Mickey James, Trish Stratus. Get some women in there. It's been an hour. We are an hour in. Let's go. I hope Triple H, well, I was going to say I hope he brings the Money in the Bank ladder match back to WrestleMania, but I don't think he's going to do that because somebody asked him something after Survivor Series. They asked him about him stopping the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and he described why he stopped it, but then he also described why all other match-based pay-per-views might stay, like Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber. He was like, yeah, Hell in a Cell is supposed to be a personal match between people. And then he was like, well, Elimination Chamber is a little different because nobody ever is going to challenge somebody to an Elimination Chamber match. Like, that's not going to come up. So that might be a pay-per-view that stays. And probably same thing with Money in the Bank. But I miss Money in the Bank being a WrestleMania match. It makes it feel much bigger. But now you have the women's matches, so it's like, do you put both on there, or do you just, which one you think is better? Undertaker, Shawn, WrestleMania 25 or 26? I think 26. It was so much more at stake, and the way that Shawn had gotten Undertaker to even do the rematch was great. The jumping tombstone was insane. Like, it was just so much more. But if we're just talking about matches, I still think I like 26. I don't know. I feel like it's not too far off, though, as far as match quality. They're kind of like what and what. But I think I would prefer to watch 26. If I can't beat you at WrestleMania, I have no career. Straight up. Straight up. And he had just retired Ric Flair 2 WrestleManias before. He just finished retiring Rick, and then he got retired 2 years later. Then he came back at Crown Jewel, and everybody was mad. Does anybody ever stay retired? Stone Cold just came back and had a match. I don't think even Bret Hart came back and had a match. It wasn't like a real match, but he came back WrestleMania 26 and fought Vince. But I'm talking about more so like people that had a retirement match. Like Shawn and Rick. Rick, he literally just had his last match this year. Last match. He needs to bring back Money in the Bank to WrestleMania so the men and women can be in something more significant than a meaningless battle royal or a four-way tag team title match. I love the Mania Money in the Bank. You could put both of them on there, I feel like. But I get it, I get it. I don't like tag team matches that are more than two teams. I feel like it's weird. Like, the only way to tag somebody in is to like catch them slipping. Like, if you and your teammate are on the outside, you have to like reach in and tag somebody if they just happen to come by you. Like, it's kind of like, if you're gonna have all them teams, it has to be a tornado tag. Like, just let them all in the ring. Watch them have another when he's 80. Hey, I didn't even watch that match. Was it even like, was it fire? I feel like I heard some people say like it wasn't it. I don't know. I didn't see Rick's match, but people online hated it. I wonder how he felt about it. Because if he liked it, I'm not gonna say that's all that matters, but he gave us enough. He don't owe us nothing. Uh, Favorite wrestler theme? I don't know if I have a number one favorite. I'm gonna just list the ones that come to mind. CM Punk's "This Fire Burns" is fire. Even through the darkest days, this fire burns. Kane's is fire. Has to be Cult of Personality. But that's a regular song. Like, we already knew that song. That's not really like a wrestling theme. He's just using a real song. Like right now, the Elite are using "Carry On My Wayward Son." Like, that's not really like a wrestling theme. And plus, I mean, I like "This Fire Burns" over Cult of Personality anyway. Who else? Batista's is fire. I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. That's hard. I feel like I talked about this on a different live stream. It's starting to come back to me now. Evolution. Evolution is a mystery. Jim Johnston over CFOs over Def Rebel. I don't even know who Def Rebel is. Is that like the new people? Because I know CFOs, they're like Shinsuke and like stuff like that. So it's somebody new now. Jim Johnston is the truth. I heard somebody say that, I think Jim Johnston might have said it, that wrestling themes nowadays don't have that like unique factor. Like, and I feel him when he said that, with the exception of some people, like Shinsuke's song is super unique and you know it's him when he comes out. But a lot of wrestlers today, until I see their name pop up or I see them, I don't know whose music that is. That's the new WWE people? Okay. More so on AEW though. Like when on AEW, I don't know who's who when they come out. Unless it's like MJF or Moxley or somebody like that. I feel like WWE is better with the songs. As far as having them be unique to that person. But even still, it's not as unique as Jim Johnston had it. Like, I knew everybody's song. You can know somebody from like Triple H, Batista, all the way to like Hurricane, Hardcore Holly. Like, you knew everybody's song. Whether they was a top star, mid card, low card, whatever, you knew everybody's song. And there was always something iconic in the song, like Undertaker had the gong, stuff like that. Dudley Boys had the little before they song played, like it was special. Vince had his little like whisper thing before his song started, and the song actually matched, like the lyrics were about him. Like Jim had it on lock. Sexy boy, boy too. Yo, Shawn Michaels song is fire. It's not a song that I would listen to, but that song is fire. What's up, is Noah from Patreon. Hey, what's up with you? What's up with you, Noah? Appreciate you. Have you played WWE 2K22? I haven't played a WWE game since like SmackDown versus Raw days. I think I played WWE 12, but once I played it, I didn't like it. I was done. That was the last time. But one that I really played, SmackDown vs. Raw. I put in the most time on 2008 and 2009. I put in a decent amount of time on 2011 too. But 08 and 09, that's it. That's the ones. I should have bought you flowers. I'm probably gonna upload. I think I'm gonna edit that Justin Bieber album tomorrow, Noah. I might edit that tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna put it out tomorrow, but I'm for sure making that a video. The album was fire. No cap, no pretending. I made like 40 wrestlers. I didn't really used to make. I used to make wrestlers that wasn't in the game. Like, I think I made RVD in like the 2008 game because they had the frog splash. I just made like a guy with the red straps. And I think they had the thing too. I don't know, but I used to try to make wrestlers that they didn't have in the game. But I did make my own. I don't remember how he looked, but he had all my favorite moves. Like a swanton, ankle lock, like tombstone. Like I had all the moves. Good times. And now my baby's dancing. They used to have really good story modes on the SVR games. Now it's the same old career mode every year. Oh, really? I don't know what's going on. I used to like the what was it? Like I know on SmackDown vs. Raw '08, they had these modes where like if you beat Bret Hart on Legend mode, you unlock Bret Hart. Like I used to like that. Instead of having I did like the Road to WrestleManias on SmackDown vs. Raw '09. They had the Road to WrestleManias. That was fire too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I couldn't tell you. Ain't no telling. No telling. Ain't no telling. Evolution is a mystery. Always so full of history. Oh. I'm waiting on y'all. Waiting on somebody to say something. Where y'all at? I already responded to the last comment. I don't know even what to say for real. Fave game of all time, Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is my favorite game. All time? Wait. I think so, bro. I think so. Because it's unlimited. Like, it's just an unlimited amount of things you can do. Like, I used to be a trick shotter, so I could trick shot, or I could play normal, or I could play gun game. Like, it was so much you can do. Zombies. Like, it's just so much. I love it if they remastered it for new gens. How would it be? Because this MW2 that I'm seeing, it don't really seem like MW2. Like it seems like a wait, no, it's not MW2 remastered, huh? This new one. It's just I'm confused because I know they made Modern Warfare like a new. I don't know. I'm confused. MW2, this version isn't anything to do with the original. Yeah, yeah. But like, why did they do that? That's confusing. Right, it's the second installment in the new franchise. Right, right. That's so confusing. Just they just trying to piggyback off the name. But then they don't even have MW2 maps in the normal like cycle. You have to go to Warzone to get on Terminal or whatever maps they have in Warzone. It's like, bruh, I don't know, whatever. Like, how are you going to introduce it in Warzone but not in the regular rotation? It's a good game. It looks pretty cool. I watch people play it. And Black Ops 2, man, it just got a special place in my heart. I need me some classic zombies. No staffs and quests. Facts, bro. When I played zombies, I used to just play town. I played buried too, but town was my map. It's just so simple. Like I don't need origins or like transit or die rise. Like I just need me, just let me run and shoot. I need me some Kino, like easy. I just want to survive. I don't want to do stuff. I just want to get my guns, survive. You ever played well, I forgot what they call it. It's Black Ops 2. I forgot what they call it, but it has like a bunch of custom zombie maps. Like not custom maps, but it's customizable. I forgot what they call it. I was playing it. I even made some videos on it. Like you can add your own perks and like stuff like that. It's on PC. Um, I forgot what they call it. Oh, I think I can see actually, because I still have it on my computer. Plutonium, that's what it's called. Black Ops 2 Plutonium. Look that up. A lot of people use it for trick shotting, but zombies is big on that too. Just to, just stick to the default on Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 1 zombies. Black Ops 1 zombies is tough. Like it didn't seem like it at first, but once you got used to Black Ops 2 and went back to Black Ops 1, it was like, hold on. I don't remember this being this hard. I didn't like 5. I wanted to like 5, but it was too like tight. Like I feel like I didn't have space. And I didn't like when the scientist came. I feel like that was annoying. Like that's not fair, bro. He'll come on like round 4. I'm like, I don't even have nothing yet. I can't defend myself. But Kino was the truth. I feel like there was I like Ascension too. Ascension I used to play. That glitch on 5 where you could jump onto the barrier. See, by the time I started playing, all that was already gone. I didn't play Black Ops 1 when it was like out. Or new, I should say. Ascension was in fact elite. I didn't really like the monkeys, but Moon, nah, I don't do Moon. That's too much for me. It was fun to watch, but to play, nah. I don't like maps where if I die, all of my perks are spread across the map. I don't like that. That's not fun to me. Like Ascension is a quick, like, okay, my perks are kind of far, but I can still get to them. Moon, no. Shangri-La, no. Nah. I'm very basic in zombies. The song for that map is like the most elite. The song for Shangri-La, I don't even remember that. Well, I didn't play it that much, so. I mean, nothing beats the classic 115. No one can see me. I'll give you that the pestilence I wanna do. Classic. Waiting for the second coming again. Man, good times, bro. That's good times. You're taking me back. You bring me 114. That song always reminded me of Evanescence. Mm-hmm. Pressing square on all the rocks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I could probably replay it right now and still know where they are. I know where they are right now. I know they got one right by the window in the spawn. Um, they got one in the it's next to like a mystery box spawn. Not right next to it, but I know where they are. I just can't describe them. I know where they are right now. Waiting for the second coming again, and no one survives. I need to play the game to say where they are. Can't say without the game. Yeah. I know in my mind where I need to go. Good times, man. Bring me 115. Dun, 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 dun. Back when gaming was really good. Facts. Gaming was different. I think we was talking about that in my earlier stream. Gaming was really different back then, bro. Now there aren't many games anyone looks forward to. I just think there aren't that many games, period. Like back in the day, you go in GameStop, it's a bunch of games for a bunch of systems stacked. They got the popular games that everybody wants. They got the cheap games that people are sleeping on, but those games are really good too. Like it's just, oh man, good times. I feel like it's probably more expensive to make. As far as like a real official like PS5 game, like it's probably real expensive. I think gaming now is changed into like a custom thing. There's a lot of like uh horror games that people just make. It's not like official, but like they have their own communities. People make them like it's like that now. It's less like mainstream gaming. And games don't last long anymore. Like Fortnite, people still on it, but it's not where it was. Among Us, Fall Guys. Mm, they might be hard. I don't know. Hard to make. Something's different. I don't know what it is, but something's different. I just feel like they had way more options back in the day. I think the TikTok generation has slowed everything, to be honest, in terms of every sense. Everything now is short form content. I mean, you could argue and say that Vine started that. I mean, they did start that. Literally 6 seconds. And then, like, they started it, and TikTok is finishing it. Like, and the music too. Like, Like Lil Pump, his songs are like 1 minute, 20 seconds, or 1 minute. Like, like the music is shorter. At least in rap. In my opinion, TikTok is on a different level to Vine. There's probably not many children that don't have that app. Yeah, Vine opened that door. But now TikTok allows 3 minute videos, so it's not even really too short form anymore. Yeah, TikTok, I don't know why TikTok is so big. Like, what attracted everybody to it? I guess it's just well put together, maybe. And it's easier to get seen, I think, too. Compared to Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, it's very easy for something to trend for you. And they reward people that, like, you might not even have the best camera, but if your video is truly funny or truly entertaining or something, it's gonna blow. Right. So yeah, they reward shorter content. Even though now you can make a 3 minute video, it's probably more rewarding to make it shorter. It relies on trends heavily too. Yeah. You can still get on, you can still pop off without that, but like trends are for people like, I don't know, man. But the trends on there don't even be like cool stuff. It's just like random stuff. So it's hard to make yourself a public figure on such an app. They reward consistency too, I feel like. It's hard to stay in the public domain when you're not following the trends and stuff. Yeah. Or at least kind of implement something popular into your video. But I still think there is an audience for, original content and like those people still blow. But a lot of the times in their videos, they talk about popular topics and stuff. Like the skit I just made, nothing was, that's just an idea that I had and something that I always thought about on when you find out the actor is British. It's just a thought I had. Like I'm more on make the stuff you want to make. I'm not against implementing popular culture, but do it because you want to do it, not because you have to. There is definitely, it is a smart thing to do, but all the time it's kind of like, okay. I feel like it's hard to build a genuine fan base when all you do is trends. There's definitely an audience, but it's just more rare. Yeah. And so many people want to be like other people. So many people just want to be included in stuff as opposed to just I feel like a lot of people on TikTok aren't really creators. They just do stuff that they see. Like they don't make anything. They just copy. Like they see a dance, they copy the dance. They don't make dances. Or they hear a sound that everybody's using, they just use the sound. They don't even make it creative to them or nothing. They just do it. But also, their reward is likes and comments. They don't care about being unique. They just want to get that validation. Getting famous is just really hard now. I wouldn't say that. Like nowadays, you can have one thing that blows, and that is your foot in the door. This is why there's so many idiots, because bad publicity gets views and comments anyway. Yeah, negativity, that's how it always been though. Negativity gets more views. Violence gets more views. That's how it always been before the internet, like the news. It's more interesting to see something that doesn't normally happen versus something that's supposed to happen. That's why you got to be so consistent, man. Like, especially if you're doing something like what I do, my type of content isn't that. Whether it's music reactions, skits, like I just make what I want to make, or listen to what I want to listen to. Like I don't need I don't need something negative to draw you in. Either you rock with me or you don't. Like I'm not trying to trick you or nothing. True is sad, but true. Yeah. It is what it is, man. But if you're really dedicated to making it, you're gonna make it. You gotta believe that though. But that same thought process that we're talking about is why I even started reaction videos in the first place. I knew that doing reaction videos would work because I'm attaching myself to something that's already popular. If I react to a new album, everybody's searching for reactions to that new album. People are searching for people to agree with them, like, yes, this album is fire. And people like when you react to classic albums, hence all the Paramore stuff me and JT was doing. People love classics too, so it's the best of both worlds. And I knew that I was going to be able to promote my music through it. That was really the main thing. Like, okay, how do I get my music out there? Well, let me attach myself to these other artists, and then once they click on that video, they're going to hear my song right in the beginning. Dedication and persistence. Yep. But you still have to find that balance, because at one point I felt like my channel got out of hand. Like I made too many promises. I was like, hey, if this gets 50 likes, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Like it got to a point where it was too much, where I had like 10 albums to do on top of Patreon stuff, on top of new stuff. Like I had just dug myself in a hole. Man, when they say dedication and consistency, they mean it, bro, because that's a lot, man. I get you. Always good to keep a healthy balance between happiness and work. Yeah. And I feel like my channel was getting repetitive. Like it was the same videos over and over again. Paramore, Taylor Swift, Linkin Park, Janet Jackson. I started adding in later. Like it's the same My Chemical Romance. It was the same people. Fall Out Boy. Like that gets boring to me, at least. Like I think my audience was enjoying that because the videos were doing great, but I wasn't enjoying it anymore. Always nice to diversify your content. Yeah, I feel like every couple months I either stop doing something or I do something different. Like me deciding to do skits again is going to be interesting for my channel. I haven't seriously done skits in years. As long as you're happy and content is, and content doing it. But you also have to cater to the people, because I'm not going to pretend that my audience doesn't want those things. I'm just not going to do them all the time. I wonder like how I'm gonna feel when I actually like make it. Like when this, I'll classify making it when this is my job. Whether it's from this or music or whatever, just all about the balance. Yeah, cause bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love doing all of this stuff, but I'm tired. Like I'm tired of like trying to get there. Like I wish I was just already there. I was telling Chad earlier that the first time I ever tried to upload a YouTube video was 2012. So I was like 13. And then I didn't really understand it too much then. So I kind of backed off of it. And then 2015, when I was trick shotting and stuff, I started to back up. I was like, okay, I think I had like 300 subscribers from trick shotting. That's not crazy, but for somebody like me who's never really been in a real team or nothing like that, that was pretty solid for me. And then I stopped trick shotting. I started doing skits in like 2017, 2018, 2019. I did photography. Like I just been trying to get on in so many ways, and stuff is finally paying off. Music is paying off. I just posted my Spotify Wrapped. Numbers crazy. YouTube is paying off, 5,000 subscribers. Patreon, almost 50 people. Like a lot is finally happening, and I feel like I've been working forever, bro. I'm tired. Like I just want to. Oh man, I love it though. I love it. But as everyone says, if it was easy, everyone would do it. And you know, the crazy thing is, some people get on quick. Like some people make like 5 songs and they on. So it's like, it's kind of like, damn, bro. Or you hear people say, I wasn't even trying to make it. I was just doing it for fun. And it, like, bro. But everybody's journey is different. I tell you this, whenever it does happen, I'm going to appreciate it so much. Hard work is finally paying off. It's all good and fun getting there, but staying there is the even harder part. You know, I hear people say that a lot. And I think depending on how you got there, like for example, if you're a Lil Pump fan doesn't love Lil Pump. They love his music. So if he stops making the kind of music that the people want, they're going to betray him. He's still going to have his solid fan base, but it's not going to be as big as Gucci Gang Lil Pump, you know? Like, I think that's what people mean. Like, it's hard to be Drake. It's hard to be Paramore, like a mainstay at all times. It's hard to do that. But I'm not aiming for that. I'm not trying to be the biggest artist you ever seen or the biggest YouTuber. I would rather have 10,000 solid followers on Patreon than 1 million YouTube subscribers that only like me because I do music reactions. This is why I'm doing a live stream too, to build the relationship with y'all. I mean, you know me already. Me and you talk and we had the group chat and everything. So, but it's more so to get to know the other people. So if I like for some reason if I stop doing music reactions, you still gonna mess with me like he's still cool. You know, I'm gonna watch him when he go live, and his music is pretty good. Or the skits are like that's also why I want to have multiple things. That's why I do music, YouTube reactions, and now skits again. Like you might not like my music reactions, but you might think I'm funny. You might not think I'm funny, but I make good music. Like I want you to have something to grab onto. And I finally needed to have monetizable content because the music reactions, get copyrighted every time. So I don't make money directly from music reactions. But when you go on the Patreon, I do. Or if you watch the, I don't know if I could even monetize this while I'm live. I don't know if it works like that. Actually, I should see. Let me let me see. Because I monetize it after. Actually, I don't think you can do that. But I monetize it after the stream. So if people watch it after, then it's gonna be monetized. I believe you would only receive tips, right? Yeah, right now it's just tips, I believe. But once I'm done, once I click off, I can monetize it right away. So I'm gonna try to build this up. Man, I'm excited, man. I'm just ready to keep grinding and just stay on it, man. Without burning myself out. I used to upload a lot. I got 500 videos on this channel. So that's not even including any of my old skits, any of my old Call of Duty videos. I put in work, bro. The journey will pay off eventually. I'm just hoping I'm able to do it before certain circumstances. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but only you is in here. Oh, it says 2 people are watching, but you're the only one commenting. So I'm just talking to you. I still live with my parents, and I'm 24. So I can't stay here forever. I know that. So that's what concerns me. Like, I'm not concerned about if, I'm concerned about when. Like, I would hate to have to move out. Like, that's just going to create more things that I don't need in my way. Like, if worse comes to worse, I probably wouldn't even want to live on my own. I would probably try to go live with a friend or something just to save money, bro. Because if I have to be at work all the time, I'm not going to have time to properly do what I need to do. Or I'm going to be tired. Like, if I have to record before I go to work, or, I've done that, and I was for sure tired for that. I think the worst thing I ever did was I worked from like 2 to 10, or maybe 2 to 8 or something, and then I recorded 3 reaction videos, 3 albums. I was dead tired. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. No problem in that. Money is a big factor. And if time doesn't represent value when it's needed, it's a hard decision that you'll need to make probably. If time doesn't represent value when it's needed. Yeah, bro, it's a lot. Because currently I'm not at work. I haven't worked since August of last year. And, I don't like saying this because I don't want to speak it into existence, but, I'm just talking to the homie, right? Very soon, I most likely will have to go back to work. And after being away from it for so long, I don't want to do that. But I mean, it's going to take a miracle, because it's not like, oh, if I just get 10 more patrons, I'm going to be able. I need a lot. I need a lot of things to happen, or one big major thing, because music, when I do get the opportunity to do something, it's a lot of money. Like the most that I made at one time for music is like $3,000. That would help a lot right now. Why Blood said, what? I'm not sad. We're just talking about life. What's up with you though? Nah, we just getting deep, man. We're just getting deep. And I'm kind of tired because I streamed earlier. I edited a video earlier, an album reaction earlier. Posted some clips. I streamed earlier. It's 10:30. I'm kind of tired, but we also are getting deep. All it takes is that one moment, and you never know when that could be. That's what I'm saying, because even all the moments that already happened, like being on 2K, being on Fortnite, like stuff has already happened. So I'm like, bro, Lord, please let something else happen. Help me. Because those people that I got those opportunities through aren't really doing those right now. They haven't done an opportunity like that in a long time. So I've been trying to like contact people, heard back from a few, but it's like no opportunities yet. So either God is going to slide in at the last minute with a miracle, or I'm going to have to go back to work and just thug it out like I was before. Like I'm already mentally prepared to work so that if something doesn't happen, I won't be like that upset. I haven't given in to the thought, but I'm accepting that it's a possibility because it very well is. We just got to be real. Did you enjoy your job you used to work at? No. My last job was at Papa John's. The money was phenomenal. Like I never had to think about money. I was good. Trust that. But it's so stressful. I'll tell you all the things I dislike about it. One, I was a delivery driver, so driving in the rain, the worst, especially when the person you're delivering to doesn't have an overhead. It's just a door. So it's like, bruh, driving in the rain is terrible. And I don't mean like a little drizzle. I could do that. It's raining so hard you can't see. And around here, our streets flood pretty easily. So certain neighborhoods are flooded. And it's like one time I parked somewhere and walked through the water. Like I probably didn't have to, but I was like, bro, I'm already here. They're probably going to tip me. I don't know, bro. That's one thing. Another thing, a lot of people can set you back doing that job. Like if I'm a delivery driver and the people making the pizzas are messing up, it's holding me back from getting money. That was where they kind of reconnected right there. They're holding me back from getting money by making mistakes. And it's just, and then other delivery drivers can get in your way. Like if the delivery system works, like we take turns delivering. Some people don't take their delivery on time, and you can't take yours unless they take theirs first. And sometimes they're like talking to somebody in the back and you have to go get them. It's like, bro, do your job. I'm trying to get paid. Like, it's so many factors that make me not want to go back. But I'm not going back there anyway. I plan on going back to my job I had before that, which was a stocker. I used to stock at a grocery store. I didn't really want to do that, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, I would much rather do that than go to Papa John's. Even though Papa John's is more money, I gotta think about my sanity, bro. And at the grocery store, nobody can get in my way. It's all me. It's all me. So I was thinking I'll probably go back there. I was gonna get a new job entirely, but I was like, man, I already know the bosses. Let me just go in there and get my money. And I'm gonna do part-time, probably 4 days. I'll probably start with 4 days so I can stack up some money. And then once I feel like I'm cool, I'll drop to 3, 2, 1, and then I'll take a leave of absence for a couple months. So that I can have a break from work, because if I'm there too long, I'm sure I'm gonna start to hate it again. Yeah, man. So that's been on my mind heavy. But you just gotta have faith in yourself, have faith in God. God's not gonna steer you the wrong way. Like my dad had pointed out to me, maybe going back to work won't be the worst thing. Maybe you're gonna meet somebody at work that you needed to meet, and they're gonna take you to the next level. Like it could be so many things. So I'm gonna let God do what God do, and I'm gonna just do what I can do. Work as a security guard, bro. That's what I do. I get paid to literally sit in my car, watching the parking lot, so you can chill on your phone all day. I'm getting paid like 24 an hour. I can't be no security, bro. Because look, that sounds cool. That sounds cool all up until somebody is really there and you have to start securing some shit. That's not a risk I'm willing to take. You get paid 24 an hour for a reason. If something pop off, can you handle it? I'm not handling it. I'm not built for that. I'm not getting robbed or shot at or stabbed or no crazy stuff for no job. I mean, it's like super less likely that something's going to happen, but there's that 1%. I'm not willing to risk that for the 1%. Like that's like a real job. Like I'm not, nah. But I hear you though. I hear you. Damn. Almost been on for 2 hours. Bro, super random question, but have you seen the newest Batman? I don't watch like hero films and Batman, Superman, Marvel. Like I don't watch all that stuff. It's just not my vibe. I feel like it's a really cool um, community. It's kind of like the wrestling community. Like it's just so passionate about their stuff, but it's just not my vibe. They're good though. Like those movies are good whenever I do see them. Like I think I watched Suicide Squad. It was pretty good. I think I watched the first Avengers maybe, and I thought it was good. But to keep up with it and just keep going, it's just not my vibe. But they got so much content. If you a fan of that, you got all the content in the world. Especially if you start late, you got a lot of catching up to do. And you got to watch it in order. Have you seen the Dark Knight trilogy? If not, you missed out heavy. I never seen none of them, no. Not my vibe. And it's probably really good. It's just not my vibe. I'm not drawn to it. Because something can be good, but it has to matter. It just don't matter to me. Like I said, I saw Suicide Squad. It was good, but it didn't want to make me keep up with the story, or it's just not my vibe. I believe you though. It's just nothing's calling me. The Dark Knight is maybe one of the greatest pieces of film ever. Like it's the pinnacle of storytelling and cinematography and stuff. Even if you're not a Batman fan, I believe you. I always heard great things about it. And on top of that, I'm just not a big movie guy in general. I don't watch a lot of movies. I like YouTube and stuff like that. Or I like TV shows. Heath Ledger played the Joker in the film. He got so into the role he ended up passing away before the film came out. I heard about that. I saw you was texting me, but I couldn't respond. I was already on live. And it's widely regarded as one of the best acting performances of all time. I believe you, bro. You don't gotta sell me. You could have told I couldn't have told you I was on live. I was already on live. I would have had to stop the live to text you. Or are you saying I should have told you before I went on? I thought you would have seen. I thought you was gonna be on YouTube anyway and then just see me pop up. I could have bought you flowers. It's all good, bro. It's all good. And now my baby's dancing. She's dancing with another man. Man, got any Christmas plans? I mean, no, I don't really do nothing. Like, in general, not even just for Christmas, I don't do anything. Like, as far as activities and events and stuff, I don't do nothing. I'm locked in, like, bro, I'm so locked in on my career, I don't play. Like, in my free time, like, I watch YouTube and stuff, and, but if I had the energy to always create, I would do that all the time. I do it as much as I physically can without getting burnt out and maintaining time splits, because I'm in a relationship too. So you got to think about that and possibly going to have to work again soon. So it's all about balance, like we said. I wish I could be as locked in as you. Really hard to find motivation sometimes for uni, work, and stuff. You know, as you get older, you start to realize that you do have time, but that time is also slipping away. I just think to myself, how could I make my life easier? By making this thing a reality. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I have to be locked in if I want to get my life to where I want it to be. Because if I sit around and be upset, I'm just going to be upset and I'm not getting nothing done. I would rather be upset and working at least. Like, yeah, we just talked about how much I wish I was already where I wanted to be. But the fact of the matter is I'm not. So I got to get there. And me sitting around being depressed about it is not going to help nobody. I got to get there. And when I do get there, I'm going to appreciate it so much because I work so hard. You wish you can be that motivated. I wouldn't even say that it's motivation. Like, I look at it as facts. Kind of like, I have to eat today. I have to go get a haircut. Like, I look at it as something that I have to do. I look at this as work. Like, it's fun, of course, but if you late to your job, you're probably gonna be fired. Or like I think about it, I take it very seriously. I'm too bad with procrastination and stuff. Mental health plays a big part too. Yeah, I can't really speak to the mental health part. I don't know if I've ever experienced. The only thing like mental health related that I might have experienced was back in high school. I wanted like a relationship, but even that was something that I was able to put to the side. Like that didn't hold me back in life. That's just something that I really wanted, but sometimes it would get to me, but it would never hold me back. But other than that, I never was uh, like nothing was blocking me mentally ever. I never faced that. Procrastination, I for sure have done that, but never was stuff I cared about. I would procrastinate about stuff I don't care about, like homework and like that, yeah. But if I care about it, I'm locked in. Just like I used to play Black Ops 2 all day, I was locked in. I was trying to hit clips for the YouTube. I was trying to do good so I could join teams. Like I was locked in. I've always been locked in. Even when I was a kid, like I was watching wrestling as a kid, so I had all the wrestling DVDs, all the wrestling toys, all the belts, like posters. I'm locked in, even if it's just having fun. Locked in. Like I always just had a very locked in personality. When I was into Naruto heavy, I had the Naruto toys, the Naruto cards, posters, like locked in. When I really like something, I really like it. And a lot of that comes with maturity too. Like as far as the stuff that you don't care about, like work and all of that, I think that's just a maturity thing. You have to really sit yourself down and be like, look, nobody wants to do this. But what do I have to do to get to the thing that I want? I have to work. Do you have any tips for being more motivated or such? Because at the moment, I'm really lacking the motivation to exercise again and university work, etc. Exercising, it took me a long time to be motivated for that. And even the way that I do it, I don't work out like I do some sit-ups and stuff like that, but really I just walk a lot. Like I don't go to the gym and lift like that's I'm not the guy for that. But the motivation thing, I feel like everybody's different. Some people are able to self-motivate, like me. Some people need like a girl to motivate them. Some people need like, well, that's dangerous because if that girl is not around anymore, then hey, some people like some people need different things, or some people need to think about it differently, or sometimes you just got to do it too. Like I think that's what I do. Like I just do it. Like when you allow yourself to think, you back out. Sometimes you just got to tell yourself as soon as it pops in your head, do it. Just go. Don't think. Go, go, go. Because most of the time, the hardest part is getting started. Like I'm recording this live stream, but you didn't see that I had to set up my PC and I had to set up the light and you didn't see all of that. I didn't really, that part is not fun, but you just do it. And once I'm on camera, I'm good. And once we're talking, I'm good. So the hardest part is getting started. Once you can get over that in your mind and just get into it, that helps a lot. I used to exercise like 6 times a week, every week, regardless. After everything that's happened this year, it's completely slipped and I haven't kept the routine for a very long time. So ask yourself, what was motivating you to exercise before? Ask yourself that. Well, I'm asking you that, but that's important. Was it just something you did, or did you want to look good for somebody, or like what was the reason you were working out anyway? I don't know really. It was just a routine after a while of doing it. So why'd you start it? Why'd you start working out? It's really hard to regain it back because I've started and stopped plenty of times. And I was honest with myself. Like after a couple of times, I was like, you know what? I just don't care enough. I was honest with myself. Like I just don't care enough. But recently, I'm like, I do care because I started to feel like weird. Like I started to like I couldn't do a lot of stuff without being out of breath. And I was like, nah, that's got to go. I don't care if I look like I'm the most in shape, but I need to feel like I'm in shape. So that's what motivated me. It took for me feeling bad to start working out again. But I stop and go plenty of times because the motivation wasn't enough. Or I didn't have a strong enough motivation. But once I started feeling weird, I was back on it. When I was in school, I was quite overweight, basically obese. So I lost it all. Then I hated the look of being skinny, so I bulked up. So it was how you looked. You were motivated by how you looked. You didn't want to be big, and then you didn't want to be small, so you bulked up. So now are you do you not care about like how you look right now? Does it not bother you enough to continue to work out? Like would you feel like whatever state you're in right now, if it got worse, would you then start to work out? Or do you feel like you don't have time and by the time you could get to it, you're so tired from everything else you're doing in life? Mm. I mean, maybe that's what you need then. Maybe you just need to wait until it gets to a certain point so you can be like, all right, I'm locked in. But I tell myself that, but when it comes to do it, I'll do one day and then not again. Hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like maybe it has to become a big enough um, priority for you to take it serious. And then would you just like if it got worse, would you just work it off until you look like how you look now and then get worse again? I want to start MMA or boxing, but like I don't want to turn up out of shape. So maybe I should use that to motivate myself. Yeah, that's a goal. Because I'm sure it's going to be a lot harder to do those workouts. They don't play. So you might want to get like pre-warmed up, get kind of in shape before you go over there. Whatever it is you need for motivation, man. And you just have to think about what motivates you to do other stuff. Like, why were you just playing the game because it was fun? So maybe you could make these things fun, set up little challenges for yourself or whatever you need to do, man. I'm not badly out of shape. I'm just a bit rusty with everything at the moment. Just need a daily routine. Do you have a schedule for yourself? Do you keep a schedule? I feel like that helps because I didn't have a schedule for a while. But once I started the Patreon, I made a schedule because I was like, okay, these people are paying me to react to things over here. So I literally cannot keep them waiting too long. So I made a schedule for Patreon initially, but then I started adding other stuff to it that was just like life stuff, like get an oil change or do this. Like I just started adding stuff to it, go to the barber, you know, and I'm gonna tell you that helped. That helps a lot because now you're holding yourself accountable. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing on this day. And if for some reason you gotta move it around, and that's okay too, edit your schedule if you need to, but don't delete, try not to delete stuff, just move it. Unless you find yourself moving it and moving it and moving it, then no, that's not okay. But a schedule, try that for sure. And that way you can fit in everything and you know what's gonna happen. I never like schedules because I don't really like to do a weekly schedule or daily. I mean, I try to make the schedule for the whole week. At least a couple days, like 4 days in advance. I try to make a schedule for. Like I think my schedule right now says, what's today? Today is Thursday. So today I had, damn, hold on. Today I had on my schedule, edit Lady Gaga album and post it. That's what I had on my schedule. That's all I had on my schedule today. And when I had extra time, I decided, okay, let me make some clips out of these videos and post it on TikTok and Instagram. You know what? I got some more time. Let me live stream. You know what? I got some more time. Let me live stream again. So that's how my day worked out. But I initially had one thing on my schedule. And tomorrow, I planned on reacting to a new album, but nothing looks interesting to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit another album I have. I recorded Justin Bieber Changes the other day. So I'm going to edit that album tomorrow. That's already on my schedule. The next day, Saturday, I think I just put record something. Like it's not specific. I don't know what I want to do. So that's kind of how I set up my schedule. Like, and that's it right now. Like I don't have nothing past Saturday. Oh no, I think I have skits. I think I have do a skit on Monday or something like that. But like the whole week is not there. But I just went far enough because I know that's the things I want to do very soon. So I put it on the schedule. Because I have too much obligations to just be doing stuff randomly. Like I have to see my girlfriend on certain days. I have to make sure I record Patreon videos on certain days because if I go too far, they might unsubscribe from the Patreon because I took too long, you know? Do you allocate yourself hours of the day to do it? Like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. Unless I have to, like, for example, if, like tomorrow, my girlfriend's coming over and she likes to come in the morning. So she likes to come around like 11, right? So that means I have to record before 11. Now that's not specific, like, oh, I'm gonna do it at 9:30. That's not specific. I just know it has to be before 11. But like today where I wasn't obligated to be in any time restraints, I don't put times. I just do it if I have to. Because I don't like that. I don't like time things. Like I'm gonna do it. But I do know in my head that I would rather do it earlier than later because sometimes when you're just laying in bed, you get so comfortable. It's like, I don't really want to do it no more. And that happens. That happens. I stress myself out a lot doing stuff like that, making time constraint. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. You got to do what works for you. And that don't work for me. But schedules didn't work for me for a long time until I needed them. But I don't do the time thing. Because it makes it feel like you have to do it. Even if you actually have to do it, nobody wants to feel like they have to do it. But sometimes you gotta just suck it up. And then you feel good after you do it. It feels good to accomplish something. Like, I was contemplating on coming back on live. And if I didn't come back on live, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And that's the kind of stuff I think about. Like, just do it. Something good is going to come out of it. And here we are, having a healthy conversation. Because I wanted to get on at 8, and then I ended up getting on at like 8:30. Here we are. And make sure you don't overbook yourself. Like, once you get used to it, you're going to know, okay, if I do this, this, and this, I'm probably going to be tired. So understand your energy levels. Like, I would never book myself to record 5 albums 5 days in a row. Like, no. That's going to wear me out. I know what I can do and what amount of work is going to tire me out. But all that comes with doing it. You know, you're not going to understand that and get that right away. You got to just start doing it and then get used to it. It's like everything in life. I should start with exercise as a fundamental. I just hate doing it early in the morning, but that's the only time it'll get done. Sometimes it's like that. You know, it makes you realize how important is this thing to you. Because if you have a job and they tell you to be there early in the morning, you're not going to not go. You're going to go. So you just have to make everything else in your life just as important as that job or that class, you know. I just realized I got a lecture in the morning and it's 5 a.m. Hey man, we could both get off because I've been on here for 2.5 hours. It's 11 p.m. here. I streamed earlier. I think this stream is longer than the one I did earlier. I'm not sure. But yeah, we could wrap it up, bro. It's just me and you in here. You definitely need your rest. That's very important. Always rest. I don't know what these rappers be talking about. Well, I'm in the studio for 12 hours and like, nah, I'm going to sleep. No problem, bro. I appreciate you. Keep them notifications on. Catch the next live. You know, you can always hit me up on Instagram. You need some. I'm your guy. But yeah, man. Good night. Good luck in the morning. All right, bro. Good night. Good night. Good night.